So today we are going to use up some of this tissue paper background. So I have done a ton of gel plating on the tissue paper and saved them all, right? So I have bajillions of them. And as with everything in my craft room, if it's taking up space, we have to use it, right? So look at that. I have 50 pieces. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to find some blank pages in here first. Ooh, this looks like a good place to put some. And I'm going to look for ones that could be considered green or go with this kind of darker ones. Ooh, do we want to do some black ones? I know I did a whole bunch of black and white. That could be cool in the back, huh? All right, let's do that. Ooh, maybe add some stripes. Now, I don't love cutting things straight, right? Like, so for this, I'm going to go around and kind of hit the edges of this so that they aren't totally straight, because I don't think that looks pretty in art. But I also, ooh, that piece looks like that could go there. All right, so today, in case you're looking for something sexy and interesting, I don't know that this is it, because I am just going to be doing this and maybe chit-chatting with you a little bit. It's Saturday morning. Saturday mornings are the mornings that I have the most time to do art. And it's kind of an exciting time. Oh, I think, like, I love that little piece. Look at that. So I don't need every crumble of paint. Oh, I guess I could tell you how you make these. I have videos. I will post them. But I'm going to put this on, this on, this on, and then I am going to cut some of these little stripies off. I used the Tim Holtz, I am absolutely sure this is not the name of the die, the Tim Holtz stripey die, but it's a really cool die set where you make it, you move it, you make it, you move it. But I think this will look really cool kind of here and there around the edge. And I don't want tons of it. I just want a little bit kind of bordery for the background. Because with all my magazine collages, the background is never, let's put this back up here. The background is never the feature, right? My collages are the feature. So, anyways, the way you make these, ooh, this is my very special, Jesus. I will complete a thought, I guarantee you, at some time. This is my very special makeup brush that I use with Mod Podge. And that's the reason I love it, because you can just peel it. You don't have to, did we say this one's going over here? I don't know. You don't have to clean it. And I am probably not the world's best cleaner. And then the other half of it was that my my brushes kept getting ruined because of reason A, I'm not the world's best cleaner, and so I was ruining all of my brushes. So the way you make these is, I have bought, it's called a ream of tissue paper. So I have a giant stack of tissue paper, and then I just have a bunch of it here, and when I want to do some gel plating fun, I will do that. And what tends to happen with gel plating, I don't know if you've done it before, is it's not worth it to pull all the crap out to do a little bit. So you pull the stuff out and you make whatever you're making for that project, but then you also make a whole bunch of other stuff because it's a little addictive. And then what happens is this, you wind up with a ton of, the girls on Instagram, I think, call it fodder. Tim Holtz calls it batch making. But functionally, it's just you have a whole bunch of stuff that you can use without having to pull out whatever that thing is. So, you know, if we're going to do work on die cuts, we would do a bunch of die cuts at one time rather than, I don't know if you can see down there, rather than just every time we want to die cut, pulling out the die cutting machine, right? So that's kind of the premise of that. I kind of want a longer one. Didn't we have another one? Oh, there it is. Okay. And this is just getting some backgrounds ready for when I'm going to be doing some collages, magazine collages. And I don't have any like specific idea in mind. This just lets me do, so I'm also going to be today working on, I have old me pulled out a ton of, I don't know why, magazine collage images. So I have like just so many of them there. And I am going to be working on that again. I'm not sure what old me had in mind, but I pulled out a ton of images and had them in a journal from like, I don't know, 3 months ago, I think it was last year. And I don't know why I did it. And so I can't, I'm sure somewhere there's a video, but I'm not going to try to find it. I'm just going to use those images in this journal. So this is a new one to get you up to speed. This is a Dylusions Creative Journal. I have my old one that was a classics that I did that many collages. And the classics has black pages, white page, or, you know, cardstock pages, and craft pages. And what I found was I really like black pages and I really hate craft pages. So it really is nice to work on different kinds of pages to see what you like and don't like. Because had I not had that, I probably would have at some point, because I am easy to manipulate into buying things, bought a craft journal, like all craft pages. And I think I would have not enjoyed that very much. Now I know I don't like it, and so I just don't get it. Okay, there we go. Now, the one thing that does make your life easier if you're going to Mod Podge, because I like to Mod Podge because I can cover a big area all at once, and it's cheap, right? But it stays wet longer than like the Nuvo glue that I love. So Johnny J got me wax paper. So then you can put your wax paper between the layers. Oh, there's another one. You can put your wax paper between the layers, and I like all these black ones. I'm going to always go to black first. So you guys, please try to encourage me to not use black every single time, okay? Yell out. Ooh, do we want to go, I think yellow and teal could look pretty together. I think I have a bunch of teal stuff. Ooh, those two go together, don't they? Do we want, this is from, I really love this. Do we have any more of that? How about if we do that and this? Oh, here we go. That's kind of shiny. Oh, we're going to be able to do a couple pages. This is from when I did Deb Ward's butterfly print. And it's so funny. I was over at her house visiting. Her cousin from Ireland is in. And I was visiting her with Emmy, and Emmy was pointing at the butterflies on the wall, and I was like, Granberry made that. And she didn't know what I was talking about because she's 1 and 4 months. She just liked butterflies. It's so hard to be 1 and 4 months because you can express yourself. She has the ability to say she's done, because she learned sign language. She learned that very early on. And now, little girlfriend has learned the word no. She's very good at no. I have to say that may be her most used word. Emmy, you want this? No. Do you want this? No. And pretty much it's no, right? Like, she's not like saying no and then wanting it. She's the daughter of our big girl. And of our children, our big girl is definitely the most opinionated. So you gotta watch what you wish for, Brittany. Anyways, she's a good girl. All right. So we're going to use this other bright one in this colors, and then we'll do another page with those. I'm just trying to add some interest. What the heck is this? It's stuck? Yeah, it's pretty much stuck on. We'll leave it. If you get a volunteer cool thing, go for it. So I'm trying to do a little bit more mixed media in this journal than I did in the other one. The other one was Plain Jane magazine collage, so maybe a glue book. So the difference between a magazine collage and a glue book is magazine collage has some sort of background with, you know, maybe a border or something, and then you do something with the background. So Diane Reevely, who does a lot of collages, paints her backgrounds or inks them. I tend to paint them, and a glue book would be if you took all of the background space and you used magazine pages for it. So instead of having something else here, you would just take like a piece of magazine paper and put it behind. That's a glue book where they cover the whole page. And I don't think they do as much doodling, although I don't want to say that because I don't want anybody to feel like there's rules. Because there's a lot of people out there giving all kinds of rules about what this art form really means and what that art form really means. For example, I am getting ready to put together a junk journal. Now, my junk journals are just made out of garbage, right? So I go by the junk. So I have collected a whole bunch of garbage to put into a junk journal. Now, some of the ladies on the YouTube have junk journals that are, I have to straighten that out. I cannot have like a crooked line. That doesn't, I just can't. I can't have a crooked line. They do junk journals in a very vintage style. So they use a lot of old papers, which I love me some old papers, but they use lots of ribbons, and some of them have digital sheets that they sell, and that's what they call junk journals. And I just think it's, oh, now we're going to have to put something else on here because we got a big old blob of glue. All right, let's get a wee bit of this. I just think we should all mind our own beeswax and let everybody do art, and they can call it whatever they want, right? I think there's enough strife and agitation in the world without us being all judgy. Now remember, we said, in all sincerity, that we were going to try not to go over the bend in the books, but that's not working out as well as I had hoped. All right, I kind of feel like now that I see this and I love it, I make pretty background papers. Old me is just the coolest, girl. Okay. All right, there we go. I'm going to get another little piece of this. Look at how neat old me did. All right, I kind of feel like I want something there. but I don't want that much. So this time, because I'm putting it on the bottom border, I often won't cut my, and I'm throwing this way. I often won't cut my stuff straight, but when I'm putting it on a border like this, I really do want it to be straight. See? Straight. There we go. Beautiful. Okay. Wax paper. Find another page. All right, this one I did paint on. I just finished the video for that one. This is a 2-page spread, so let's do this one. All right, so we got this. We got this. I feel like we're going to need at least one more piece of something. All right, let's go down to kind of the layer that was. There's some. Ooh, this kind of bridges the two, doesn't it? All right, we're going to use that. Okay, whew. All right, let's put this in the corner because we're going to have magazine images that go over the top of this, right? On the border. I did some of them with no magazine images around the borders. One that comes to mind is I did a little duck pond and then I kind of doodled a rainbow around the top. And Diane Reevely says that you wouldn't put a picture up on the wall without a frame. And I was like, I think it's okay. And then after a while I was like, nah, it would have looked better with a frame. And it's really hard to go back after you do a collage and add a frame retroactively. So I just kind of learned that in most cases, I'm going to put this kind of over here. I want to not put it exactly catty corner opposite, because if you do that, then people's eyes will get drawn to the pattern that represents, top corner, bottom corner. And I want them to get drawn to my magazine collage image when I put it on top. Oh, I got a lot on there. Oh, we went over the thing again. People, you are supposed to be reminding me not to do that. Okay, oh, that looks cute together. I am loving that. Okay, so now we're going to put this. I'm just kind of slopping the glue all over, aren't I? Okay. Ooh, don't knock over your coffee. All right, there we go. Meep. Okay, let's go back and do our edges. Now, you might mind a folded over crinkle like that, but I don't for two reasons. Number one, usually there's so much stuff on here that I won't even notice the folded over crinkle. But number two, let's get back to, so sorry I can't complete a thought. How this is going to be more mixed media than the other magazine collage journal I did. Okay. So mixed media means using different, right, mixed, different kinds of media in your artwork. And media is kind of a synonym for or craft products or art products or whatever you want to call them, right? So for this, I am using cardstock background, right? I am using, this is paint. This is, I think, Dina Wakley gloss sprays, if I remember what I made that with. This is tissue paper with Seth Apter texture paste on it, which is shiny. I think it's called Pearly. This is deli paper, which is sort of a wax paper, but less waxed wax than wax paper. So the concept is that you make an interesting piece by having all different kinds, having all different kinds of media together, which is exciting. I mean, I'm really glad I did my giant book of just magazine collage, because that did help me to grow my skill in that. But that having been said, I love all art products, and I can't keep stuff in my craft room if I'm just buying art products to hoard them rather than using them. So this is one of the first steps in my using my craft products, is to get rid of some of these old tissue papers. I really would rather not have that straight edge. There we go. Get rid of these old tissue papers by putting them on the background to use later for my magazine collage images, which will make those more interesting because the backgrounds are cool. See, I'll show you. Hold on. Okay, so this gal is on a painted background, right? Which is cute. She's a little bit of mixed media because this is paint and I made this hat. But these gals, shouldn't be hard to find them. I don't have very many things in there. That's just magazine collage, although could technically. It's got paint and magazine images. But these gals are on this same kind of background. See how they have a mixed media background? And that just makes them, to me, feel a little bit more interesting. Okay, this I feel like is coming up. Is that whole side coming up? I know this is coming up, so let's put this down. Okay, there we go. Let's stick her face back on. Okay. She's cute. Cute girl. All right, let's see. Where else can we add some? Oh, that's a fun one. I did this. This one you're not going to see so much of because this one is kind of for me. But it is, you can see me cutting them out. I did just a plain how to cut out. Oh, look, it got itself stuck together and made us some texture. Yay, us. Okay, so this is gooey. What is this? All right, let's do this spread. Ooh, what is this? Ooh, that's kind of all black, isn't it? Oh, I sort of love that. All right, we're doing another black one. I know, I told you not to let me do all black ones. But, and then we'll do an all orange one, okay? Deal. But I can't not with this one. All right, we're going to do this. And this is going to be on this side, and this is going to, oh, we're going to flip them around. There we go. There we go. And this is deli paper, which is the kind of more plasticky sort of paper than the tissue paper. I tend to like the tissue paper better. I feel like the tissue paper absorbs into the page rather than sitting on top of it, where the wax paper can tend to feel to me like it's like it's a, not quite a creature, but something that I have to work around. But with all this lovely black, I just can't resist this piece. Now you do want to try to stick down at least your edges, because this is going to be another place. I'm always warning you about having different layers that aren't stuck down. This could be some layers that aren't stuck down that cause you problems later. Now this edge over here wouldn't cause us too many problems because it'll be covered by, nope, that's not stuck down at all. It'll be covered by magazine border. Right. Okay. Here we go. Oh, and so tissue paper, you can kind of stick it down from the top and the bottom. So if you get tissue paper wet, it will soak through and adhere to the craft stock, but wax paper won't. So I think that's one of the reasons why I like tissue paper so much better, is I can fix any canoodles by just, you know, letting it soak through the top, where with this, it's more of a pain in the butt. All right, I think we're gonna finish this page, and I'm gonna have my donut because I have a donut. I don't know, I feel like this is a little bit like watching paint dry. Okay, here we go. Pretty. Oh my goodness, I love this. Ooh, we got checkers. Look, we got checkers there, we got checkers here. So these checkers are in a diamond shape, so I'm gonna take this one. And normally I would put this up straight, right? Like normally I would put these this way, but since those checkers are there, we're gonna put this diagonally. That's really exciting, you guys. I need to get out way more. Okay, here we go. That is very cool. And this is tissue paper. Oh, I'm gonna have to refill my little baby Mod Podge. I like to have a smaller Mod Podge bottle on my desk so it doesn't really bother me. But I buy Mod Podge in the giant version, this size, because it's a lot cheaper this way. See, it's just a giant, glued itself on here. Okay, all right. I like that it seals itself back up. Okay, and then Mod Podge is going, please don't show them how to do it this way. Okay. You know how I say, if you don't want glue on your work, don't glue on your work? If you don't want to accidentally spill Mod Podge on your work, don't do it on here. I'm very, like, I'm a professional, people. You can tell by watching me. I also wouldn't care if I spilled Mod Podge on my journal. But there are people in the world who care about things like that. I feel like adding a circle to this might be not what I want. What other things do we have in the black? Okay, I'm throwing these away. Oh, here, is this more black? Oh, this is more black. Okay, so we got some straighties. We got circles. Oh, we might be stuck with circles. I really like circles, so I make circles a lot. This is a straightie. I don't know if I want to add a harlequin, so let's do some straighties in here too. These are on tissue paper. Oh, there we go. Wax paper, tissue paper. Two different things. Okay. All right. Oh, here's some more tissue. Nope. Yep, tissue paper. All right, we're going to use the tissue papers, leave the wax paper for another time. And this, we're going to have to make sure we move it all around so that it doesn't feel weird that it's in there. Right? This could, because it's so bold and graphic, could take over something. And we don't want that to happen. So we're just going to move it around. I kind of want a little bit more. Come on, do I have one more of those? Oh, I do want a little bit more. What's this? Hold on. Okay. I actually love that. So it's not exactly the same, but it is streaky white lines. Let's put that up there. Right? Just to add. Yeah. Yeah. I needed that. I needed that. Uh-oh. I just filled that. Gosh darn it. Why didn't you yell? You just filled that. Stop sticking it all the way in. Oh my goodness. Okay, here we go. And it's fine. You can just peel all that off. I should have filled this a while ago because this is really delightful now, and I had been struggling with getting my Mod Podge out of the jar. So that's a good tip. If you have a giant bottle of Mod Podge and you're struggling to get your Mod Podge out of the jar, just fill it back up, you moron. Okay, here we go. I am not sure I am qualified to Mod Podge with a full bottle. Okay, here we go. Yeah, it's a good thing we were taking a break because this is going to be a super wet one. Because we got enough Mod Podge for like 3 projects. Okay. All right, we got over here. Still too far down, Schiffer. There we go. Boop, boop, boop. Nice. And then one right here, and we are done. Okay, I'm going to have my donut. I'm going to make you all jealous by showing you my donut. Ooh. And I'm going to do some more. After this one dries a little bit, at least a little bit. I think I have some more wax paper too. But I'm going to let this one dry at least a little bit. I'm going to do some more,